Artist Don Gorvett features some familiar New England landmarks and scenes in his work, yet he shows them in a way that is unique.
Gorvett is a woodcut printer. He carves scenes in wood and then runs them through a press. It's a long process, but as 207 photojournalist Dennis Doyle found out when he spent some time in his studio, the result is striking.
Every part of it, even the press, is operated by hand. What I do is I draw with these tools. They're my drawing instruments, and I don't know, I can't imagine using a drill or an automated tool to do this because of the nuance of it. It's all in the design, the drawing, and the cutting. And with the color prints, it's a matter of choice of color and working on the colors for long periods of time until they're just right. All the printing is done on a single block, but you have to choose a number of colors in order that you want to print them in, and then you go ahead, print, cut all the areas of the block that you want to save that color, print the edition again. If there's 20 prints, you print 20 of one color, clean that color off the block after you're finished, cut the parts of the block where you want that color to show, then you ink the block up the next color. So it's layer upon layer upon layer, and as the colors are layered up in the block is disintegrated bit by bit by bit. So you have to get the ink a nice consistency, and you can almost hear it on the brayer. Every one of them has to be done systematically, one by one. The block has to be inked up beautifully and evenly so that every impression is exactly as you want it. It looks like a generous offering of ink. So, and that should be right for pressure. And just kind of going through carefully and steadily without interruption. The wheel should turn and the roller should push it through. So there she goes. And that's a pretty good impression. Yeah, that's pretty strong and clean. There. So that's yeah, that's a good impression. It takes a great deal of planning, but never to the degree that it should inhibit the actual improvisation and invention. I don't like to be a slave to a design and then copy that design. I have an elaborate drawing on the block, but when I look at that drawing and I start to cut it, I'm not copying it. I'm using it as a point of departure. I can cut. You know. The works that I like the most are the works that you actually participate in as you look at them. Yeah, it has a lot of animation and movement and motion. Rhythm is important, and color. And it's more the complexities that are arrived at in the process. I've been living full-time in Ogunquit from 1990 to the present. I'm a provincial. But I like the area. I mean, the area is great because of the wealth of antiquities and history. Right. I like the wealth of history, and I like its presence in modern day. And it's very mysterious to be living in a place where the inhabitants of the previous worlds are so close to you. We're living in their buildings and their houses. They're not here. And it's very strange. I like that sense of when I look at something, I like the sense of the history of it. When I was in the first grade, the first big word that I ever knew was archaeology. And I thought that was pretty good. I'd like to be an archaeologist. But in a sense, that's what you are when you draw these.
Don Gorvett's gallery, Piscataqua Fine Arts, is on Ceres Street in Portsmouth.
And you'll find more information about him on our website. Stay with us, back in a moment.